Hello everyone and welcome again to Intensely Relaxed Gaming. We are playing some Star Wars Armada. With me is Daz, you alright?
I'm good, yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, good. We're going to be playing a 300 point battle. This is the first time that we've played this game on our channel. We've got a few games behind the scenes to try and get used to it.
Yeah.
You know, this is like a lot of the series that we're concentrating on in this channel. It's all us, you're learning as we're learning at the same time, you know, everything's sort of out in the open for better or worse.
Yeah, I mean, all I've got to learn is how to maneuver a ship properly without crashing something or going off out of the universe.
Yeah. I'm sure, no spoilers, but it's a quick one. We're doing 300 points as I said. We've got two big main ships each. I'm flying home one for the Rebel fleet. You're flying, I think a Simoon refit Imperial Star Destroyer. Still getting used to some of the terms. So the mission we're playing with is effectively ambush, I think it is, or something like that, where both of our key capital ships are going to be worth double victory points. So given the size of the battle, it really does determine the winner specifically from that, but we'll see what happens over the course of the match. Reminder everyone, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really massively helps us out. And without further ado, let's dive straight in. Take care. Okay, so here you join us as we have set up the fleets. So take a little bit of a closer look. We have Home 1. We have Home 1 with Admiral Akbar, MC-80 command cruiser with a medium transport Bright Hope. Then one each of just normal squadrons of X-Wings, Y-Wings and A-Wings. And then one additional set with named pilots with Luke Skywalker in an X-Wing, Tai Cho in the A-Wing, and then Dutch in the Y-Wing. So that leaves them sort of set up like this, sort of grouping together. And then on the Imperials, we have the Imperial Star Destroyer. How do you pronounce that? Simoon refit. So that's with Grand Moff Tarkin. It's got shields to maximum. You can see some of the other upgrade cards there. Some Gazonti class cruisers and the suppressor. And a very similar setup where there's sort of one squadron each of the three different types of fighters, bombers, and interceptors. We've got Howl Runner, Major Roma and Sontiv Fel, but there is also an additional TIE Fighter squadron, so that means that there's sort of 7 squadrons to 6. That's how they've lined up. So without further ado, let's get down to round 1. I should also say that we are running Most Wanted, a bit late to it, just to make it nice and simple. We have so that both of our big ships, our flagships, are basically the objective ships. Nice, straightforward, nothing too confusing. So, end of turn. Huge amount happening.
Huge.
I'm sure you've gathered just the epic importance and the nature of how things went down there. It was pivotal. You have to excuse my voice. I am over this cold, but it's apparently not completely over me yet. But not much to report. Bit of manoeuvring. We'll see how things go in turn 2, but not a huge amount to report so far. Let's see how it cracks on.
Is it going to get
So, end of turn 2. Not hugely exciting. I'm sure you would have picked up that one of the TIE bombers was picked off by a bit of a darting attack run, caught them a little bit by surprise there. Otherwise, the big ships haven't really engaged. The Galanti did take 1 damage off, did it? Or did it not hit? It didn't hit, that's right. They didn't hit against the X-Wings, but Luke has taken 1 point, had to use one of his braces from an attack from the Interceptors. Then buffed up with Howl Runner is pretty strong. But yeah, so far no points obviously scored, considering it's only going to be against the big ships that are going to really count for anything in this match. But yeah, without further ado, on to round 3. You're kicking it off, yeah? So, turn 3. Well, we've had a squadron go, so we lost a squadron of X-Wings and a bit of the ruckus that was going on in here.
Very low now.
Yeah, so the MC-80, again, the manoeuvring of the 2 ships. He got a long-range shot. I decided not to Akbar, so it's only just 4 red. Blinked a shield, which he's redirected harmlessly onto one of his sides. That enabled me to still do squadron defense at the front arc, which got a shot at pretty much every single one of the ties. Took a couple of damage off each. One of the bombers, was it? I think did 1 damage to the rear.
Yeah.
Luke got a shot through for damage on the shield of the cruisers there. Not cruisers. Are they cruisers? I know cruisers. Good. Still getting to term with all of these names. They don't look like cruisers. They look like sort of assault frigates or something, really. But there we go. But that's me. Bit of a ruckus here. Really trying to take out Howl Runner is just so effective. Trying to pin her down out there, and if we can to blow her up. She had to use both her scatter and the brace to survive that turn. Also, your fell got quite low as well, but I'm starting off this round. I'm not certain where I'm going to go first, whether it's better to squadron first, whether it's better to go again or trying to take out all the squadrons before engaging Big Boy. It's difficult to know.
No.
We shall see. Join us and see who's going to win next. So, that was an interesting round. I had to take a couple of hull damage because, as you can see from this side, probably a bit better angle, I ended up overlapping the debris. So some stunning piloting on my behalf, but the accidental benefit was, as you probably saw, was from where the Star Destroyer originally was, he was probably half a centimetre out of his long range shot against the guy. I'd actually meant to pull further ahead thinking I could go speed 3, when clearly I can't. And actually blocking the sight using the debris as a shield, thinking I was being all clever, and then realising I can only go speed 2, completely messing it up and hitting the debris. Made up for a bit of piloting by managing this perfection of formation flying there, rather than just doing a damage to each other each. But it was a pretty expensive turn for your squadrons, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Oh, you got one left. Yeah, I'd rather than taking some long-range shots at the Star Destroyer, I thought I'd just clean out the local space and try and get some shots on there, which turned out to be pretty effective.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some pretty good rolls. So most of the squadrons took 1 or 2 damage each, and then some remaining squadrons of the rebels managed to clear out a few more. So we do have local air dominance now, but the Empire may strike back. We shall find out now in round 5. Okie dokie, so we've had a bit more action this turn. We basically blew through each other's shields. I had to spend multiple, at least 1 or 2 redirects. No, 1 redirect, didn't I? I sent it all to the front. So I'm down to 0 on home 1. And was down to 1 there, so he did 7 damage with the Star Destroyer. I sent 4 to my front, so that's why it's on 0. Had 1 left on the side, but my turn came up, and I spent 6 engineering points, 4 from Dial and 2 from a token I already had, to pull the shields back up. Unfortunately, you haven't gone first, haven't been able to do that yet. So I've blown through all of the front shields. It's currently got 0. It's got 1 left on that side, and 3 full on the port side over there. These Y-wings did a little bit of damage. There are no ties left except for the lonely little... He's all by himself. Yeah, it is.
He's on an escort.
He's on an escort. Oh, he's changed sides. Right. That's the easiest way to do it. So we're currently going into the last round. And we'll see how it goes. I don't think either of us is going to manage to score the main primary victory point at this rate, unless there's just some stupendously ridiculous rolling. But we'll see. All right. So, end of round 6, end of game. It's designed to be a quite quick game, but I wasn't actually expecting both large ships to have survived. I think.
No, this time. I think last time I played it completely wrong.
Yeah.
This time I played it better.
Yeah.
My ship survived, but I didn't.
I think there's all stuff for us to still learn, without a shadow of a doubt, about manoeuvring, about.
Yeah, especially in your 610s.
Yeah.
Getting those big ships manoeuvred in the right position is really hard on your 610s.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that you don't actually have that many shots.
Yeah.
When you boil it down, it actually makes quite a substantial difference. I think technically on points, the Rebels took the day just from the sheer amount of squadrons still left. Rebels only lost 3 out of their 6 squadrons in the end, and all of the ties, staying pretty true to the films, have become fiery wrecks. But the core ships, the big ships, have earned their fear from everyone, and they've managed to survive. I think yours has taken more damage. It'll be interesting to see in a couple more turns what it would be, because Home 1 has still had some pretty decent damage done to its shields, but I think it's looking all right. So that is the end of our first televised game of Armada. Let us know by liking, commenting, and subscribing below. Any suggestions about what you liked and what you didn't like. Thanks very much for joining us. Take care. Bye.
Bye.